Hey there, all you beautiful souls. Welcome to, or welcome back to Universal Wisdom Tarot. This is your June monthly general intuitive tarot reading for the sign of Taurus, sun, moon, and ascendant sign. Now, as a general intuitive tarot reading, I just want to remind everybody that not all messages will resonate for everyone. And if you are interested in a personal reading, there is a link in the description box that you can click, and it'll take you to the website where you can see all the different types of tarot readings that I do. All right. So if you're interested in that, then you can book a reading there. Okay, now as usual, before we get into the tarot reading, I want to talk a little bit about what is going on astrologically in the month of June. Month is a very active time. It is, like many months this year, has a lot going on. I'm not going to call out everything because there's just a ton of stuff going on, but I am going to call out a few very key things that are going on that I think you might be interested in, or that are more, energies that we want to pay attention to. All right. So let's start with what's going to happen right away at the very beginning of the month on June 2nd. All right. Now, on that day, there is a beautiful aspect, which is a trine. And that trine is between Jupiter, which is in Gemini in the month of June, and Pluto, which is in Aquarius. And I think, personally, my personal opinion, this is a truly amazing aspect, because it's one of those aspects that actually helps you to find your personal power. It's one that lets you take control and, transform yourself for the better, right? And for some of you, I'm going to say that I would describe this energy as a bit of a bulldozer, okay, where you're going to feel, ready and inspired, and you're going to take the bull by the horns, and you're going to want to change, make major changes in your life, and that's great, but you're also going to want to feel that for other people around you, okay? So just, a word of caution that it's great to want to make changes in your life, but sometimes people don't want you to make changes in their life, okay? So in other words, it's, you're going to want to do this across the board, and other people are going to say, whoa, like, don't, change your own life, don't change mine, okay? So a bulldozer energy is great because you'll get things done, right? You'll be inspired, you'll have energy like crazy, you're going to roll up your sleeves and get things done. But sometimes it's a bit of an intimidating energy, and you might not realize how powerful you are at that time period. So just a word of wisdom there to, be a little conscious of what you're trying to bulldoze through, and how you're affecting other people with that, okay? All right. I want to call out what happens on the very next day, which is June 3rd, okay? So we have a major transit there where Mercury is going to enter Gemini, and don't know if you know this or not, but Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini, so it kind of feels like a homecoming for the planet there. It feels very comfortable in that sign. So, this is, in fact, when you come home, to where you feel comfortable, Mercury is in a power position there, okay, when it sits in Gemini. And so that effect can, it can give you an active mind, right? It can make you come up with all kinds of great ideas, and you're going to have energy to finish things, and because all these things are going to come to your mind, and you're going to go, oh yeah, I'm going to do that, and I could do that, and okay, and so you're going to get all of this energy surrounding your mind and communications and ideas, and this will probably could last for a couple of weeks. So you might find that your communication energy, if you will, or your communications in general, is going to be very easy, okay? You're going to find that this is going to be very, very easy time to communicate, okay? Let's move on to June 9th. That's an interesting aspect as well, because Mars will enter the sign of Taurus, okay? Now, Mars is a bit of a planet that wants to rush to get things done, and Taurus, you know that energy because it's your energy, okay? And that's a bit more of a slow and steady type of energy, right? Start slow but finish strong kind of energy. So there might be a little bit of clash here of energy on the 9th of June in terms of feeling like, oh, I don't know, feeling like there's a little bit of headbutting going on between Mars and, in the sign of Taurus, okay? So it might feel like this energy that you've had where you're rushing forward or up to this point, you've been doing things, all of a sudden the energy might feel like it slows down a little here, okay? So, don't worry if you've started something and you're worried about finishing it and get to the end. You will. But you need to have had started it in the first place. Okay. So it's sort of like going to be pushing through something and playing the long game, if you will, on this one. But there's another energy that happens on the exact same day that also kind of makes things feel slow a little bit, which is the sun is obviously going to enter Gemini at some point and in the month. And, it's going to make a square to Saturn, which is in Pisces. Okay. Now, for some of you, that might feel as if there is something that's weighing very heavily on you. And although it might not be a very productive time, you can use the time to check things off your list, right? And, catch up and figure out where you are and organize things so that you know how to move forward when the energy lifts, if you will. And it's also a good time to kind of use your imagination, let it loose, let it run wild on creative ideas. Okay? Now, on June 17, we have 2 planets that will ingress to new signs. So first, Mercury is going to enter Cancer. And that's like a time period where there's your slow and steady Knight of Pentacles, okay? Taurus, that's you, right? You're going to be slow and steady. During this period on the 17th, when Mercury enters Cancer, you're going to have an easier time of expressing your feelings, okay? You're going to be able to speak your truth. You're going to be able to speak honestly, and it's going to allow you to say what you mean and mean what you say, all right? So the second planet that is going to ingress into Cancer is Venus, and that will bring some emotions into your relationships potentially, okay? And, maybe there's going to be a need for a more solid emotional connection with the people around you, okay? At the end of the month, on the 29th of June, we have Saturn that goes retrograde in Pisces. And a retrograde really limits our options. Okay, now this retrograde is kind of a good one in a way because Saturn is the planet of discipline, okay? Brings discipline to things. And with it in retrograde, it means it's a time for you to ease up a little bit and run free, okay? So basically the universe is saying this is an opportunity for you to relax, let go of things that are holding you back, okay? And just say screw it and, let things let the chips fall where they may, as they say. Now, this retrograde does last a few months, so, I think it doesn't go direct again until November or something like that. So really, really good time to work on releasing karmic energy and emotional baggage. Okay? Okay, so basically check out your natal charts. If you have one, you can see where these planets are situated. You can, if you can see if you have any things going on in these signs. And then it helps you to know how to use the energy or how to take advantage of it. And if you don't have a birth chart, but and you want one, there's many websites around where you can go and you can download one for free even, okay? All right, so now let's dive into your tarot cards and into your reading. So, as usual, I give thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Taurus seekers. So, let's pull 4 cards for Taurus for the month of June. Page of Pentacles. High Priestess. Ten of Wands. Oh, beautiful card. 10 of Cups. Sorry, just want to make sure you can see all these cards here. Okay. What do you have at the bottom of the deck? Let's see. You have the 4 of Pentacles. Well, you're holding on to something, Taurus. You're holding on to something very dearly here. And you have the 3 of Cups behind. That's very interesting. I'm getting the feeling here that you are holding on to something financially or money. You're doing something financially because this guy very clearly has his pentacles in his little basket here, in his little dish or box that he's holding, and it's like he's walking around with his pentacles, but he's keeping an eye on them. So I feel like you're actually really focusing in on the money, and you're having a bit of a time where you're saying, have fun, spending money. No, hold on to my cash and don't go another month. Go another month. That's what I'm feeling for somebody here. Definitely very strongly saying, do I do it? Do I don't do it? Yes, but I want to go get out there and enjoy the month of June. It's a great month to go out and enjoy. And, you're really kind of more feeling like, yeah, but I don't want to spend the money. It's like you're focusing very much on your finances. And I'm feeling like you're kind of focusing on it, not just for the short term, but also for the long term, okay? There is a feeling here for me of wanting to really get control of this, and you know that you're following some kind of gut instinct here and persevering through those periods where you want to say, let's go out, let's go out, let's go out. But you know that if you don't, then you can focus this on improving maybe your profits or improving some kind of sustainability for yourself. At the end of the day, you're going to be much happier for it with this 10 of Cups, and you're going to feel more contented because you will have either put the money toward an investment of some kind. I'm feeling like a long-term investment. I don't know if that means you're buying a house or maybe you're buying a car or something you need or something that's going to bring you some kind of stability. And I feel like it's either going to be invested in some kind of opportunity or something like that I know will improve your long-term cash flow, if you will. But I also feel like, there is a bit of it's going to bring you about a happily ever after, but you feel like it's this 10 of Wands here where he's carrying a bit of a load. He's still walking, right? Still walking along, but carrying that load going, I'm going to get there, I'm going to get there, I'm going to get there. I kind of feel like, you should save the money and pay off the debts, but you're having a bit of a hard time with that because, there's always this little bit of niggling behind you that's saying, but just, it's just one time, go to dinner. And then it's just another time, it's just one time I'm going to, go online and purchase this whatever. next time, oh, it's just this one time. I'll save a bit more next month or next week's paycheck. I'm kind of feeling there's a little bit of a push and pull there within you about, how to spend the money or not, or to save it, because you do have a long-term goal here, right? At the end of the month, you have this long-term goal that you're trying to achieve, where by maybe you want to be able to say at the end of the month, oh, look at that, I paid my debt down even a bit more. Okay. So I do feel like that, that's sort of the energy that's sitting here. Now let's clarify this a little. Let's see what the clarifiers have to say. So let's clarify this Page of Pentacles. Now, pages sometimes are about news. This is, it's also very studious energy, this Page of Pentacles for me. So I'm getting this energy of you trying to be a little bit more well-behaved in your financial situation, if you will, okay? So you're trying to say, okay, let's be smart. Let's put together a little plan. Let's, get me a little Excel spreadsheet going here. I can start tracking things, and then I'll really see how good I've done at the end of the month, right? I'm going to track both the spending and the paying down of the debt or whatever. So I just get this feeling here that this energy is, you're trying to be well behaved, if you will, and you're working very hard at it. You're trying to be quite disciplined here with this Page of Pentacles. So let's clarify that, please. Yeah, the World, right? You want to get to the end and completion of something. You really want to, get out of debt or what have you, right? You want to be able to, complete something, right? This feeling of, all right, I got to the end and now I'm out of debt, so now I can start spending my money and saving it towards something else, something big. You're in a rush to get there. You're in a rush to get there, or you're going forward with a lot of energy. Something is in progress here, which I feel like for some of you, you've already started the ball on this. So perhaps in previous months, you've been already, started tracking these things and trying to be a bit more savvy when it comes to your finances. And I feel like you started that. So it's perhaps for some of you, you've already started it, but for others of you, you've come to this realization that you need to start now and get the ball rolling. That's the other thing I'm feeling for some of you. Okay. Let's see what else they have to say. One more card for the Page of Pentacles. Okay, what just popped out? Yeah, the Fool. Okay, you want to start fresh. You want to get to a brand new journey. Whatever this financial freedom is going to be, or this being able to focusing on your finances so that you can put the money in, use it in a better way, let's say in that investment, or to use it in terms of, building your profits, or to use it in a way that will help you advance financially in some way, shape, or form. You want to get there quickly. You want to end something so you can start something new, right? That's what the Fool is about. It's a brand new journey. That's why it's got number 0 on the card here, okay? So, you want to be able to start something fresh and say, let's just say, sake of argument, you want to pay off all your credit card debts so that the next month after that, you can move and you can get to a nicer place to live because it's more expensive than where you are now. That's just a mini example, okay? I'm not saying that is your example. For some of you could be, but it's just an example that I'm throwing out there of where you feel this need to be able to focus. Now, the problem is that your gut is telling you, focus, 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 and you're having a hard time focus because all these other things come up and you go, oh, well, I want one of those. Oh, I want to go on vacation. I want to whatever, right? So what is the High Priestess telling you? Let's see what the High Priestess is saying. Let's clarify what the High Priestess has to tell you. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. This takes time, right? Now, we always want things very quickly, right? We always want things faster than sometimes things can happen. But I do feel like you're looking at this and examining it very carefully and looking at it in a way to be able to say, you know, you're looking at it and saying, okay, if I put so much here on the debt, and then next month I take the money from here and then I move it around over there, like I feel like you're trying to find creative ways. And I'm going to say this is interesting because you can be creative about money too, right? There's creative ways to to look at things and always find another way to use it, right? Or to how to do something in a very different way. And that's what I feel you're doing. You're analyzing it, you're assessing it, you're checking this out, and you want to do something maybe in a very different way. How to make your business, your finances, your whatever, your career for that matter, you want to find a different way to do something. Now, for some of you, I also get this feeling of you maybe perhaps want to make a name for yourself here, okay? So you're putting in all of this hard work here to make this name, okay? And you're putting in this hard work and maybe working, which means it's great because you're putting all this money away, but you're not being able to socialize and spend time with the people at the office, so maybe that is a harder thing for you. But I feel like with this, you really are looking, like he is looking at all of this pentacles here and going, how can I do this better? What can I do better? What does this plant really need to be able to grow better? How can I do things better? And you are going to do that because you are the magician here. You can manifest whatever you want. That's what that your instinct is telling you. You can bring about whatever it is you want. You can manifest. This is a good time to manifest, right? So that's what your instinct is telling you. You know, manifestation works when you put out into the universe what it is that you really want, right? And you take some hard actions toward it, and you give gratitude to the universe for what you already have, and you go and maybe repeat your mantras or what have you to be positive and know that the universe is going to bring you what you want at the end of the day. So I know that you know that you can make this happen. You're just trying to be a little bit more creative about it at the end of the day. Now, you do feel also that there's choices to be made. There's decisions that need to be made. And you're trying to get to that new place where you are. This figure is trying to get to that island at the back there. And, is it left? Is it right? I can't see the answer because I'm blindfolded, right? But it's all right to also know that you don't have to necessarily make a decision. The universe will tell you what you need when you need it. The universe will pop, a notion to your head, or, will send you a sign in some way, shape, or form to say, now's the time, go right. Now's the time, go left. All right? So you just have to listen to your instinct because those answers will come to you through your instinct. All right? Now, let's clarify this Ten of Wands because it is a bit of a heavy load there. And it's sort of coming out as, this is sort of the rain on your parade a little bit. Guess what came out again? The High Priestess. The High Priestess is trying to tell you that it's okay. Don't worry about it. Like, yeah, it's all right if you, what's the word? If you stumble a little bit on this path, okay? It's okay once or twice to go and spend a little bit of money, even if it's not part of the master plan to have, whatever amount, or to have the cash paid off or the debt paid off by, X date. It's all right to say, okay, well, it's going to be a few days later or a few months later. Okay, as long as you stick to your master plan, I feel like you're going to be okay. Hold on, because one of your cards fell out on the floor. And I just have to pick it up. Yeah, it is the two of Pentacles. Another pentacle here on the table for you. So twos are really the card of duality, right? Twos are choices. Twos are sometimes balance. Twos are, could be partnerships. So, and by the way, the high priestess is also number 2. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 twos on this table here. I would say to you that look at your choices, look at how those choices can be balanced. What can you do to make, you're assessing how you can make these choices much more balanced in terms of, instead of going all spending or all saving, you can find a way to do both. Okay? And, treat yourself every now and again, but then sometimes knowing it's time to tighten the belt a little bit. All right? So it doesn't make the load as heavy, doesn't make it feel so bad for you, is what I want to say. All right? Let's get a final clarifier for the 10 of Wands, please. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So do what feels right. Do what feels makes you feel like it puts you in a position of power, if you will. In a position where you feel like you've done the hard work, that you're being conscious of what you're doing, right? But you're going to be successful because you've been very methodical about it, right? You've been very diligent about what you're going to do. All right. So let's just clarify this 10 of Cups. I don't even really want to clarify it because it's happiness, right? It's happily ever after. It's feeling great. There's a rainbow on this card, and but we'll clarify it nonetheless. Okay. Yeah, you have the Sun card. Lovely. Absolutely lovely, right? Happiness comes, the sun comes out, there's positivity galore at the end of this month. There is complete and utter balance here with the Temperance card. Just want to say to you that patience is a bit of a virtue here. As I said, this takes time, okay? Time, it takes energy. You're not going to get there necessarily on day one or as fast as we always want to get there, but, it'll come. It's going to come. I mean, you have the Sun and the 10 of Cups. I mean, what more could you ask for, right? One more card, please, to clarify. That 10 of Cups is yes, that is that you are rowing in the perfect direction. You are headed down the correct path for yourself, and you're feeling very, very good. And I just have to show you this because I looked at the bottom of the clarifier deck, and I don't normally do that. And what do I see here? Lo and behold, I see the 10 of Cups again, okay? And the Chariot is right behind it. So you are definitely heading in the right direction, all right? So you definitely are going to be feeling so much better about what you've done at the end of this month than you probably did at the beginning. But, there's some work here to be done on your side, Taurus. All right, let's pull you an oracle card to close out your reading. Let's see what the Fortune Oracle has to say for you. Final card for Taurus for the month of June, please. Sorry, I think something's trying to come out here. Okay, it is card number 16, the Lion. And it says, there it is, I'll show it to you. It says, harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Yes, you're charging ahead. You're going to be brave. You're going to do the right thing for yourself. You're going to listen to your instinct. You're going to bring about that happiness, that sun, that balance, flowing in the right direction, moving in the right way, being able to have a little bit, hold on to a little bit, but also have some enjoyment in the month of June. All right, my lovely Taurus Tarot followers, I'm going to leave it there. And I do hope there was something in it that resonated for you. and with you. And if so, please click the like button. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please click the subscribe button, because it lets me know the messages are getting out to you, and it lets you know when I've uploaded the next video. Take care, my lovely ones. See you next time. And until then, know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.